Hello everyone, today we will discuss question answers of chapter Biomolecules, which is chapter number 9 in 11th class NCERT biology book. Here first question is, what are macromolecules and give examples. Macro means large. So macromolecules are those molecules which are large complex molecules and these occur in colloidal state in the intercellular fluid. These are formed by polymerization of low molecular weight micromolecules. Example of macromolecules are polysaccharides, proteins and nucleic acids. Next question is, illustrate glycosidic peptide and phosphodiester bond. Glycosidic bond is a bond which is formed between the hydroxyl group of carbon atom 1 of one monosaccharide unit with the carbon hydroxyl group of carbon 1, 2, 4 or 6 of neighboring monosaccharide unit. Here you can see in this diagram, this bond is the glycosidic bond. One monosaccharide is shown to you. This is the structure of galactose and this is the structure of glucose. These are linked to each other by the glycosidic bond. Here carbon 1 OH group is linked to the carbon 4 OH group. And with the loss of water molecule, this bond will be formed, also known as O-glycosidic bond. Now next question is, what is peptide bond? Peptide bond is a covalent bond which is formed by the joining of amino acids. The carboxylic group of one amino acid get linked to the amino group of another amino acid with the loss of water molecule, and the resulting bond formed is known as peptide bond. You can see it here in this diagram. Structure of peptide bond is shown to you. Now next is phosphodiester bond. Phosphodiester bond is a bond which is a strong covalent bond, and this bond is formed between the two sugar molecules found in the nucleic acids. In nucleic acid, the two sugar molecules are linked to each other by the phosphodiester bond. Here in the diagram you can see nucleotide is shown to you. Nucleotide contain a ribose sugar, base and phosphate. This nucleotide get linked to the adjacent nucleotide unit by a bond known as phosphodiester bond. Here you can see two ester bonds are shown to you, and these two sugars are linked together by a phosphodiester bond. Now next question is, what is meant by tertiary structure of proteins? The helical polypeptide chain. As you know that proteins have primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary structure. In primary structure, amino acids of protein are linked to each other by a bond known as peptide bond, whereas in secondary structure, alpha helix and beta pleated sheets are formed. In secondary structure, peptide bond as well as hydrogen bond will be there, but the tertiary structure contain these peptide bonds, hydrogen bonds as well as disulfide bonds. The helical, this will acquire a helical structure or a 3D structure. The helical polypeptide chain. Why it is written helical? Because it is depicting the secondary structure of the protein. The helical polypeptide chain undergo coiling, folding to form a complex three-dimensional shape, which is referred to as tertiary structure of proteins. And these coils and folds are arranged in such a way that they hide the non-polar amino acids and expose the polar side chains. And these are held by the weak bonds which are formed between the various parts of the polypeptide chains. Now next question, fourth question, find and write down the structures of 10 interesting small molecular weight biomolecules and find if there is any industry which can manufacture these compounds by isolation, and their buyers also you have to tell. So firstly, the structure of 10 molecular weight, small molecular weight biomolecules. First structure shown over here is of adenosine. Here the ribose sugar is shown to you, and this ribose sugar is linked to the adenine molecule, therefore it is named as adenosine. Next is thymidine. Here in this thymidine, the structure is shown over here, the sugar structure is wrong. You can draw this same structure, that of ribose. Like it should be 5 carbon and here should be OH, OH and it should be CH2OH. And here you can join thymidine. The name will be thymidine. The next structure is of sucrose. Sucrose is a disaccharide which consists of two monosaccharide units. One is glucose and another one is fructose. These two monosaccharide units are linked to each other by a glycosidic bond. Next structure is maltose. Maltose contain two glucose molecules which are linked to each other by alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. So these are the four structures, four biomolecules. Next we will do 6 more structures we have to do. Next structure is of lactose. Lactose is a biomolecule which contain glucose as well as galactose, and these are linked to each other by the beta 1,4 linkage. Next biomolecule shown over here is of ribose, which is a pentose sugar. Then is of DNA. DNA contain two chains, and these chains contain sugar phosphate which form the backbone of the chain, and these get coiled in a helical fashion along a axis, and inside the helix there are nitrogenous bases which are shown over here, purines and pyrimidines. Adenine will link to the thymine inside the helix. Adenine will bind to the thymine by 2 hydrogen bonds, whereas guanine get linked to the cytosine by 3 hydrogen bonds. Here it is shown to you. Now next structure is of RNA, which is ribonucleic acid, and ribonucleic acid contain ribose sugar, and these ribose sugar are linked to each other by a 3' 5' phosphodiester bond, and on first carbon the nitrogenous bases are linked. Here it is shown adenine, cytosine, guanine or uracil may get linked. Now next biomolecule is a glycerol having 3 carbon atoms, and these 3 carbon atoms are linked to the 3 hydroxyl groups are linked to it. Each carbon has a hydroxyl group. So it will be CH2OH, COH, H and CH2OH. Now next is insulin. Insulin is a protein which contain 2 polypeptide chains, A chain and B chain. A chain contain 21 amino acids, whereas B polypeptide chain contain 30 amino acids, and these two chains are linked to each other by interchain disulfide bond, whereas A chain contain a disulfide bond which is known as intrachain disulfide bond. Now coming to the manufacturer and buyers of these biomolecules. आप बेटे मैन्युफैक्चरर कहीं से भी नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज बायोमोलिक्यूल्स के मैन्युफैक्चरर बहुत सारे हैं. हियर द कंपाउंड नेम इज शोन टू यू एंड मैन्युफैक्चरर एंड बायर नेम इज गिवन टू यू. Starch product, glucose and various enzymes as amylase, protease and cellulase. Kosha Impex Private Limited is the manufacturer of starch products, whereas Marudhar Aprils of liquid nitrogen and enzymes by MAP India Limited. And buyers are the research laboratories, educational institutes and other industries which are using these biomolecules as precursors for making other products. Now next question, proteins have primary structure. If you are given a method to know its amino acid, its N terminal and C terminal, is this information is sufficient to find out the purity of the protein? The answer is yes. क्योंकि आपको पता है प्रोटीन के अंदर अमीनो एसिड जुड़े होते हैं पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड से, और पहला अमीनो एसिड जो है दैट इज N टर्मिनल, लास्ट वन इज द C टर्मिनल. अगर आप पहले अमीनो एसिड को अलग कर देंगे, आप किसी भी, यहाँ एक मेथड उन्होंने कहा है कि आपको दिया जाएगा जिससे आप पता कर पाएँ कि N टर्मिनल पर कौन सा अमीनो एसिड है और C पर कौन सा, तो आप N टर्मिनल का अमीनो एसिड फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे ना. नेक्स्ट आप पहले उसको अलग कर देंगे तो जो नेक्स्ट अमीनो एसिड है दैट विल बिकम द N टर्मिनल अमीनो एसिड. तो इस तरह से आप सारे N टर्मिनल्स अमीनो एसिड्स को काउंट कर सकते हो, उनका नाम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो, एंड देयरफॉर यू कैन टेल द होमोजेनिटी और द प्योरिटी ऑफ द प्रोटीन. यहाँ के एग्जाम्पल बेटे गिवन है कि अगर प्रोटीन के सीक्वेंस में कोई चेंज होती है, मीन्स प्रोटीन के अंदर जो अमीनो एसिड्स हैं उसमें कोई और अमीनो एसिड आ जाता है. सपोज इन केस ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन, जो बीटा ग्लोबिन चेन होती है उसकी 6th पोजीशन पे अगर चेंज आ जाती है तो इट मे रिजल्ट इन अ डिजीज नोन एज सिकल सेल एनीमिया. Now next question, find out and make a list of proteins which are used as therapeutic agents and find other applications of the protein. प्रोटीन्स को बेटे थेरेपी के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है. जैसे थेरेपी के लिए जो हम प्रोटीन यूज़ करते हैं, थ्रोम्बिन एंड फाइब्रिनोजन विच आर यूज इन ब्लड क्लॉटिंग, देन एंटीजन्स which are used in blood transfusion. Insulin is a protein which is used for maintaining the blood glucose level and given to the diabetic patient. Then renin is a protein which is help in osmoregulation. So these are the proteins which are used for therapy. और इसके अलावा आप बेटे और भी कई प्रोटीन्स दे सकते हैं जो कि कॉस्मेटिक्स में यूज़ होते हैं, लाइक collagen, keratin. Keratin is used for hair treatment, collagen is used for skin treatment. So certain proteins are used as toxins as well as biological buffers. Now next question is, explain the composition of triglycerides. Triglyceride is a glyceride जिसमें बैकबोन जो होगी that is made up of glycerol molecule, और ग्लिसरॉल मॉलिक्यूल के जो 3 OH ग्रुप हैं वहाँ पर आकर फैटी एसिड ग्रुप लग जाएगा, दैट इज RCOOH. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ जर्नल फैटी एसिड स्ट्रक्चर इट इज. और ये बेटे जो 3 OH थे वहाँ पर ये COOH ग्रुप जब लगेगा देयर विल बी रिमूवल ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल एंड therefore triglycerides are the esterified triesters of fatty. These are the fatty acid triesters of glycerol. So therefore they are esterified with the 3 fatty acid. Glycerol molecule is esterified with the 3 fatty acids in triglycerides. और ये पाए कहाँ पर जाते हैं? These are present in vegetable oils and animal fats. That's all for today. Thank you.